Sometimes the hardest part of life is realizing that the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is your own decision to take action. It's not about luck, timing, or talent. It's about choosing to believe that you are capable of more. The Stoics, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, taught that we can't control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond. Deciding to be your best starts from within. It doesn't mean being perfect or better than others. It means committing to becoming the best version of yourself every day. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to act with virtue, not for praise, but because it was right. When you decide to be the best, you don't avoid mistakes or challenges. You face them and grow through them. Life's obstacles become your teachers, helping you build strength and wisdom. True change happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start acting with purpose and confidence right now. That's the real power. Choosing today to live up to your full potential and become the person you're meant to be. When I say act as if you're the best, it doesn't mean being arrogant or thinking you're better than others. It means holding yourself to a high standard and always striving to do your best, not for praise, but for your own growth. Acting like the best is about having the mindset of someone who is confident, disciplined, and committed to improvement. Think of how Marcus Aurelius lived, humble, wise, and always learning. Acting like the best isn't about pretending to be perfect or never making mistakes. It's about believing you can handle whatever comes your way. That belief changes how you act and how others see you. Real confidence comes from within, from knowing you're doing your best and living by your values. Arrogance tries to lift you above others, but true confidence lifts you toward your own highest potential. It's about progress, not perfection, growing a little every day, staying humble, and always moving forward. And even if you don't feel like the best right now, that's okay. It's the decision to act with this mindset that starts the transformation. You don't have to actually be the best to act like the best. The power of this mindset is that it helps you grow even if you're not at the top yet. Acting like the best isn't about pretending or being fake. It's about changing how you think so you can reach your full potential. Stoicism teaches that we can't always control what happens, but we can control our mindset and how we respond. So even if you're not the best right now, you can still choose to act with confidence, discipline, and purpose, just like the best people do. When you start doing that, you begin to believe in yourself more, and that belief turns into real growth. It's not magic. It's a psychological truth. Your actions follow your beliefs. For example, in a job interview, if you walk in nervous and unsure, you'll likely perform poorly. But if you walk in believing you're the right person for the job, speak confidently, and value yourself, your energy changes, and so does the outcome. Even if you don't get that job, the confidence and resilience you gain prepare you for the next one. The Stoics would say that the goal isn't to already be perfect, but to act in a way that aligns with who you want to become. Acting like the best means committing to lifelong growth, always learning, improving, and refining yourself. As Seneca said, as long as you live, you should keep growing, keep learning how to live. That's what the Stoics taught. No matter how skilled or successful you become, there's always room to grow. The best people in any field, athletes, leaders, philosophers, never stop improving. They stay humble and keep learning. Acting like the best means committing to that same journey of mastery. It's not arrogance. It's about holding yourself to higher standards and putting in the work to become better each day. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, constantly reminded himself to stay grounded and keep improving. When you live this way, you aim to be better today than you were yesterday. This mindset applies to every part of life. In relationships, ask yourself, what would the best version of me do? In health, Act as if you're already in great shape. Make choices that reflect that belief. The Stoic path is about discipline and making decisions that lead to long-term growth. When you act as if you're the best, it might feel like pretending at first, but practice turns it into reality. Seneca said, "We become what we repeatedly do." Excellence is not an act but a habit. The more you practice confidence, discipline, or resilience, the more natural they become. At first, acting confident might feel strange, but like exercising a muscle, it strengthens over time. The Stoics believe we are shaped by our thoughts and actions, so if you keep practicing the qualities you admire, they eventually become part of who you are. For example, if you want to be more confident in social situations, you might feel awkward at first, but each time you practice standing tall and speaking clearly, your confidence grows until it becomes second nature. When you practice speaking clearly and connected with others, your confidence grows. Over time, it stops feeling like an act. You genuinely become more comfortable. The same rule applies to everything in life. If you keep making healthy choices, you eventually become a healthy person. If you manage your money wisely, you become financially stable. The Stoics taught that change doesn't just happen. We create it through consistent daily actions. It's not about doing something once and expecting instant results. It's about showing up every day and practicing the habits that match your best self. With time, what begins as effort turns into who you are. Your actions shape your character, and your character shapes your life. Acting like you're the best doesn't mean pretending to be perfect or ignoring your flaws. It means having the courage to face your weaknesses honestly and use them to grow. The Stoics believe that self-awareness and reflection are key to improvement. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Recognizing where you fall short isn't a reason for shame, but a chance to learn. The best people aren't flawless. They simply understand their weaknesses and work to improve them. The Stoics taught that challenges and discomfort are essential parts of life. When you face your weaknesses instead of avoiding them, you become stronger. Ignoring them only makes them worse, but addressing them builds discipline and resilience. Seneca wrote that failures are great teachers because they show us where we need to grow. So don't see your weaknesses as something bad. See them as opportunities to improve. True strength comes from being honest about what's holding you back and having the determination to overcome it. The Stoic way of thinking teaches us to see life's challenges, including our own flaws, as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Acting as if you're the best doesn't mean pretending to be perfect. It means having the courage to face your weaknesses, learn from them, and keep improving. This mindset helps you move forward, just like the Stoics did. They accepted their flaws, learned from mistakes, and continued striving toward excellence. When you act as if you're the best, it's not only about improving yourself, it's also about uplifting others. The Stoics believed in sympathia, the idea that we are all connected and that our actions influence everyone around us. When you strive for excellence, your confidence and discipline inspire others to do the same. Think about how motivating it is to be around someone who lives with purpose and calm strength. Their energy encourages others to grow too. By leading with example, you become a source of inspiration for people struggling with doubt or fear. Acting like the best means living with values that others admire and want to follow. This creates a ripple effect of growth and positivity in your relationships, family, and community, exactly what the Stoics valued. The Stoics also taught us how to face failure. They believe that failure isn't something to fear, but something that helps us move forward. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes a way." In simple terms, every obstacle or failure you face can teach you something valuable and help you grow stronger. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a necessary part of reaching it. Acting as if you're the best doesn't mean you'll never fail. It means you face failure with strength and learn from it. The Stoics taught that we can't control everything that happens, but we can control how we respond. Instead of seeing failure as a defeat, see it as feedback, a lesson that helps you grow. Epictetus reminded his students to accept failure as part of life and to use it to build character. Failure isn't a reason to quit, but a reason to keep going, now wiser and more experienced. The strongest people aren't those who never fail, but those who rise again after every fall. Acting as if you're the best is not something you do once. It's something you practice daily. Marcus Aurelius advised beginning each morning with purpose, grateful simply to be alive, to breathe, think, and love. This attitude helps you live each day with focus and intention. You don't have to wait for the perfect time to begin. The Stoics believe the perfect time is always now. You don't need to be flawless. You just need to be consistent. When you keep acting like the best version of yourself, those habits slowly become part of who you are. This isn't about arrogance or pretending. It's about living up to your potential and doing your best in work, relationships, and personal growth. By practicing this mindset every day, you raise your standards and build a life of purpose. Remember, your actions shape your life. Each morning, ask yourself, how would the best version of me approach today? Then live your answer through your choices. Step by step, you'll grow stronger, wiser, and closer to the life you're meant to live. Stay strong, stay grounded, and keep moving forward.